Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to solder. Of course, I recommend you really get a mask, any COVID mask or a fancy gas mask like me. I have like a respirator I got from a friend. Anything that covers your eyes too, because the smoke does get in your eyes and it stings. Of course, your solder pen. I recommend you invest in a really good one. They do sell them at Dollar Tree, but that's junk. You're going to need some sandpaper to clean off the edge. Cleanliness in soldering is the most important tool. Of course, your solder. Anything with resistor or any type of flux it comes with. From here on, you want to sand the tip. You really want to bring out that copper. It's what makes the soldering iron hot enough to actually melt the solder. Like I said, I really recommend you invest in a good one. Those Dollar Tree ones will probably work once and never ever again. From here, you want to plug in your iron. It takes about 5 minutes to heat up fully. You'll see it kind of steaming. Let me show you right here in the video. You can see it's starting to steam up. So for today, I'm going to be teaching you how to solder like a circuit board. For example, I have these headphones, which I took off the speakers from. Each speaker takes a positive and a negative. From there on, it goes to the circuit board, positive and a negative. And since it's 2 speakers, it'll make 4 outlets. From there on, since I want to redirect the sound, I'm going to be connecting the 2 positives together and the negatives to then hook them up to a guitar outlet that will separate the sound. That's a whole story for another video. But you'll basically want to make like a little bridge between the dots. Try not to connect the positives and the negatives, just the positives and positive and negative. So right here, I'll show you the output in just a minute. Let me just bring it out. So as you can see, it has 2 wires, one going positive and negative, which I also soldered, but that's a different story. So let's go ahead and start making the bridges. So right here, you can barely see it. Sorry for my quality. I don't have like a telescopic camera or anything. Here, I'm gonna start heating up the 2 points. From here, you wanna make the bridge. So you'll kind of start heating up the liquid metal. You kind of have to play around with it. Really just try and make like a little bridge motion. As you can see me right here, I'm trying to connect the 2 little dots of liquid metal. Eventually I do get it. You'll see here in just a minute. So right there, those 2 points are officially connected. Right now I'm moving on to the negative side, which was pretty easy because I already had a little bit of liquid metal on the soldering iron tip. Try not to get them too close to each other because the wires do take up a bunch of space. So you can see me here jittering with it, trying not to leave too much space together. So here I'll bring out the wires. As you can see, it did unfortunately cool off. So I am heating it up here to connect it to the wire. What I didn't tell you before is that you use kind of a slightly more amount while you're making the bridge. So you don't have to apply solder to the wire. So it'll just like hook up onto it. You see me right here, I heat up the bridge. I push in the wire and there it goes. Now for the other side, I flip it around and I kind of push it in too. As you can see, it is kind of still cool. So here I am heating it up. Now, the good thing about soldering is that if you mess up, you can always just heat it up and start all over again. So right here, I kind of did hook it up too close to the battery. So I move it up a little bit closer and I do heat it up again and we're good to go. Basically, this is just making a whole circuit with the output. So it'll send whatever music is coming in from the Bluetooth to whatever speaker I hook it up to. That's for a sample that I'm trying to work on. It's been a project I've been working for a long time now. I've been making some crazy inventions with it. Anyways, here I am kind of fixing it a little bit. That's basically it. As you can see, I'm adding a little bit more of a reinforcement. I think I do mess up here. I'm not so sure. I think I like completely nick out the wire and then I have to resolder it. But like I said, that's the good thing about soldering. If you mess up, you can just go ahead and go again. So there it is. And basically we're gonna fire it up using my my test subject, which is my little mixer. It'll send any sound into like my headphones and you'll hear it from there. So since it's from my phone, it will go into the Bluetooth relay of the actual headphone and it'll play on the mixer going into my headphones. You'll hear it in just a bit. I'll play some random music for you. And that's basically it. That's me showing you that it does work. And honestly, you shouldn't be that too scared of soldering. You could use gloves, honestly. And to be honest, I will start because I have had some heavy burns on my fingers. It does burn a lot. You'll want to cry. Basically, don't be afraid to try anything. If you feel like you messed up, remember, you can always restart all over. It's very easy. It's a very fun hobby. Next up, I'll show you how to solder actual guitar parts now that we are talking on the solder topic. And that's basically it.